Heyo, everybody. It's Omnidog, starting alone in the basement, waiting for my co-hosts to come because I didn't want to keep you guys waiting any longer. So it's coffee with an OmniBro right now. And this will give me a chance to talk about InStockTrades.com. InStockTrades.com, where you can get your collected editions up to 50% off. Loyalty discounts add an extra 2% to that. I believe there's a sale going on that adds 3% to everything this weekend, which stops today on Sunday. You will be getting an OmniBros code this quarter, which will add probably 3%, I'm guessing. Over $50 in the United States gets you free shipping. Still don't know how they do that. Fabulous customer service. Even on a holiday weekend, I got great customer service and fabulous packaging. That's our sponsor, InStockTrades.com. Woo! And I agree with Tyler Trent. It has gotten cold. I have my heat on. I live in Virginia like Tyler Trent does, and it has gotten cold. We got the heat on, and I'm sitting here in a long sleeve shirt. Too much blue in the chat. Where is Omar? Well, Omar, you're asking the question, where are you? This might be the worst show ever. Shut up, Omar. We have a lively chat already as I wait for my co-hosts to wake up and roll out of bed. Let's see, we got Nick Munoz and Jake Lloyd Wong from Canada where it's snowing. And Jesse Say What and Matt Miranda, the fabulous Matt Miranda. Jess's laugh, is it funny? So he's jogging. I didn't know you jogged, Omar. Oh, Jake's in the UK. So good morning, everybody. What's happening? I'm waiting for my co-host, as I say. We can talk about whatever you want to talk about comics-wise. I can take questions from the chat while I'm waiting for those bozos. It's already almost 10 after, and I got to hop off at noon because I got a fancy brunch I got to go to. I'm going to put my cufflinks on live because that's exciting. I got to be in a jacket and slacks for this stupid brunch. We're going to a brunch where it's a guy that I played golf with for 30 years. He's now 99 years old and just now stopped playing golf. We're going to the old fancy old folks home where he lives, and we're going to have fancy brunch there, which he better be paying for because I'm not paying for any brunch where I have to put on cufflinks and pants and a jacket. Holy smoke. What's up, Home Pizza?
Hey now.
Hey now. I'm putting my cufflinks on live and registering my displeasure with having to get dressed up and go to brunch.
Oh, big brunch there?
Yeah, I was just telling the chat it's with a family friend that's 99 years old. I've been playing golf with him for 30 years.
Oh my gosh.
And he lives in a fancy old folks home where they have a fancy brunch, and I have to put on jacket and slacks. And I know, right? For a guy who lives in shorts his whole life, this is really painful. I am aware that I'm not a Syrian refugee and that I'm not starving in some third world country, but this is my life. This is why I think my life sucks, because I have to do this. So I get it. It's a first world problem completely to go eat fancy food. So wham, wham, wham.
Wow, 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 right?
Yeah.
Let me know if it's too loud. My girl's watching something.
It is kind of loud.
It is? Baby,
Yeah.
lower, please.
I'm not 99, you dorks. The guy we're going to go see is 99. Stop it.
So is this guy like the one that taught you how to play golf or anything like that?
No. He, I met him 30 years ago and I've been playing with him ever since. He just stopped playing now. I played with him every week for 30 weeks. He's 30 weeks for 30 years. He was in combat pilot in World War II, the Korean War, and the Vietnam War.
Holy crap.
Yeah, so he's got his life together, and he's 99. He's outlived 2 wives.
Wow. So it's safe to say this guy, he's seen some shit. He's a badass.
Yeah, he is, totally. Chris Davis, I apologize for being early, but I got to hop out of here right at noon for this fancy brunch. No, I did not meet him in the 1930s. As a matter of fact, I was 30 when I met him. Yeah, and then he was a stockbroker for 30 years, so he's quite a character. He's still got all his marbles. Not a very good driver. I don't think he's driving anymore, but the past 20 years he's not been a very good driver. I don't know how he's still alive.
Huh. But it seems like he's still pretty sharp then though, right?
Yeah, very sharp.
Yo, what up, dudes?
What up, Gabe? How's it going?
I'm good. Sorry about being a little late. I had to give me a second.
Sorry to get you up so early, but I got to hop off here at noon for brunch.
Yeah, no, I hear you. I'm good.
So he fought in the Korean War, the Vietnam War, and World War II?
Yeah, all 3 wars he flew combat missions and survived.
Little known fact, Jess, we actually tied in the Vietnam War.
I thought we tied in Korea too.
Yeah, we did. We didn't lose any of those.
You sure we didn't lose Vietnam?
Nah, I'm pretty sure. Oh man, did we do the poll already? The plug?
No, because the poll,
the plug
for IST.
Yes,
I did do that.
Hey, good.
Happy to do it again. Get my radio voice on and say, "How's it going, everybody? IST is the place to shop."
There we go. What's up, guys?
There we go.
I'm back. Sorry about that. Sorry.
It's all right.
Yeah, sorry I'm a little late. I had to put the fear of Gabe into my neighbor.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Let me get
there's
the dog pooped on your lawn.
No, exactly. And it's a lot of dog shit. Like, it's been happening for like a week. So I had to go. I caught the guy just now as I was pulling in from Starbucks.
Yeah.
I caught his dog in my yard with him, like getting ready to take a shit. And I was like, all right. So I had to go over there and talk to him, but the little dickhead sends out his old mom to talk to me instead.
Wait, is this a child?
No, it's a grown man, but I don't know. I went over there so I see this happen. The dog and him skirt back into their house, and I come inside because I got an armful of Starbucks for me and my family. I'm not gonna go talk to the guy with like 15 cups of Starbucks in my hand. Yeah. So I go back out, I knock on the door, and this little old lady answers the door, and I'm like, God damn it, I was ready to get into somebody's face. But yeah, I just told him, hey, if he's gonna shit, pick it up. That's all I ask.
Yeah, that's not asking too much.
No. And now I know who it is, so I know who to fuck with and who to take a real man shit on their yard one day.
No, it's basic common decency. You know, if you're going to somebody's lawn, take care of it.
But you can see it, like he's literally next door. If I stuck my hand out my door or out my window, and if it was like 3 feet longer, I'd touch his house. Like we're right here. So he could see his dog's collection of shit. I got more dog shit than Omnibuses right now.
Yeah, Tyler Trent suggests you go do it on their porch.
You know what? I'm just gonna put a cat in their car and let the cat piss all over their car.
Good idea.
Cat piss inside of a car is the worst. That's my own personal hell.
That's your personal.
That and a swap meet.
Yeah.
That and a what? A swap meet?
Swap meet.
I don't know that I've ever been to a swap meet.
A flea market.
Okay.
That's what
bizarre.
Okay. I have been to those. Okay, yeah. No, I know what a swap. I've heard of swap meets. I guess I've been to flea markets.
It's the same thing, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah. Did you see on the page yesterday where that guy found all those whales at a yard sale?
Yeah, like who the hell? Like, and apparently there was like a swarm of people there. He was saying too.
Old toys and old books and hard to find stuff, G.I. Joes and Hot Wheels and Hot Toys and everything else.
That's crazy.
Yeah, most of these days though, it's harder to find that stuff. It used to be in the early 2000s before like eBay really took off and stuff like that. You could go to the flea market, you could find some gems in there, and you could get lucky. But now it's like all that stuff is cleaned out because everybody's more aware of what they have.
Yeah, you're right. You're not going to find a Peanuts lunchbox anymore at the Elks Lodge flea market sale.
Well, you never know. I mean, those things still pop up. I guarantee you.
Yeah.
Some people still find those. They go, I don't know what this is. This is, $5. Yeah. But who the hell, I don't think I've ever seen a hardcover comic book at like a garage sale or swap meets. And then this person dumps like a pile of them, and they're all like these super crazy big books, like New Frontier,
JLA Avengers.
Yeah, X-Men Jim Lee Volume 1, which I fucking want. I was trying to trade on the board for it.
Oh, that's what they want.
Yeah, that was one of the ones.
And Uncanny X-Force.
Yeah, what the hell? Where does that come from?
That's like a $300 book now.
Well, the person, it's not even that old. What is it? Let's say maybe 4 years, that omnibus?
Yeah, it's one of the first ones I got.
Yeah. So that person, at the very latest, bought that 4 years ago, but I'm sure he's going to remember dropping $150, $125 for something like that, and then you just let it go.
Yeah.
Did the guy say? I don't remember. Did he say how much they were? Were they all cover price, or
I think it was less,
or were they just like garage sale prices?
It was like garage sale prices. I think he didn't say as of this morning. I didn't see that he had said what they cost, but I think the guy was more interested in just clearing everything out and getting rid of everything, and that's what he wanted to do.
It's $100 for X-Force. But I would think somebody would just remember, oh, I spent kind of a crazy amount of money on this thing. I'm not going to let it go for $5.
Oh, I don't know that he spent $5.
No, sure, but either way, I think somebody would know I spent a lot of money for this book.
Or maybe it's like an ex-wife situation where she's like, oh, the husband's gone and everything. That's happened.
But the guy said something also like that all the other ones got taken away really quick because there's already people there. Like how many is there a swap meet omnibus or a garage sale omnibus group we're not a part of? That goes, hey, this person is going to have a garage sale with like 20 big end books. I call suspect.
Jess, were you ever like a big swap meet / flea market guy? Like when you were collecting stuff?
When I was collecting stuff, I sometimes I would find stuff. I had that TV show in the 90s on the local cable channel. And whenever a collector would come on, I would start collecting whatever that collector collected. I was like, that sounds cool. I'll start looking for old plastic martini stirs too. That sounds awesome. Or lighters, cigarette lighters, or whatever. I got a basement full of lunch boxes and cereal boxes and crap that I collected in the 90s. So I would do a little bit of that flea market stuff. We have a super fake silver Christmas tree from the 50s. I mean, it's silver tinsel Christmas tree where you stick it in the pole, and we have a bunch of ornaments, old antique ornaments that we put on it. That goes down here in the back cave. And we were at this huge flea market. It was freezing cold, and our daughter was not pleased. She was probably about 3 years old at the time. And we spent about 15 minutes there, and my wife said, okay, we're not going to find this Christmas tree here. And Kelly's about to have a meltdown. We should probably go. And boom, we spotted it as we were leaving. The silver Christmas tree we wanted. It was $50. And I just went, oh, $50. And she said, oh, no, I'll take 15 for it. And I said, okay, here, bye. So we've had that thing for 25 years.
That's pretty cool. The reason I ask is because I listened to a podcast with a known YouTuber called Pat the Nest Punk, and he's got his name is Pat, the Nest Punk, and he's got the entire collection of like Nintendo Entertainment System like video games, and he would talk about in the early 2000s that he would go to flea markets and stuff, and he'd bring garbage bags, and he'd just fill them up with Nintendo Entertainment System games.
How many cartridges are there? There must have been thousands.
He would come. He was talking about this the other day. He would come home, and he would bring 3 garbage bags, like big ones, full of just video game stuff.
I think it's a little over 300 NES cartridges in the U.S. Like
300.
Yeah, there's a documentary out there. I have it on. I think you can watch it on Amazon Prime. but it's about this kid. Well, not this kid. This guy trying to hunt down every copy of the original Nintendo games.
Mm-hmm.
Not using eBay, and having like a set budget and seeing how many he can get within a month and try to get the entire collection. It's a really fun romp watching this guy like go to like swap meets and go to like local game stores and hustle and try to haggle and just it's really good. It's a very satisfying documentary watching this guy go through this stuff. And but be warned, it's like super video bait. Like the whole time I'm like, I'm gonna start collecting fucking NES games too. I remember that fucking shit. I could do that, like, you know, that kind of stuff. But it's great. I forgot the name of it, but it's on Amazon Prime.
They uncovered those ET games that they dumped in the desert, right?
Yeah, that was a really good documentary too. That was cool.
Oh, that was a documentary? I'd like to see that.
Yeah. Maybe someone remind me. I'll forget in 5 seconds. I'll hunt down the names of these.
I'd like to see that one because I remember it was. I've been following that just kind of in the edge of my collecting world. That it was so funny that they dumped him in the desert, and then it was supposed to be an urban legend, but they really did it, and they really found him and dug him up.
Yeah, they totally excavated the whole thing.
And what they
watching documentaries like this. I don't know if you remember, Jess. Luis won't remember because he wasn't born then. But I think it was like late 80s, early 90s. Do you remember the story of those two little girls that fell down a whale like in their backyard?
Yeah.
You remember how people were watching it for days on TV and just watch this whole drama unfold, and people were at the dig sites.
Remember Baby Jessica?
I think it was. Was it just one girl or two girls?
Crawled into a well. Yeah, Baby Jessica, I think.
Yeah. See, you remember so much that you remember this like 30 years later. Okay, so remember how everybody was at the dig site watching and waiting for it? That's exactly what it was when these guys are looking for those ET cartridges. They were like digging out little pieces of evidence, like, oh, we found an old Atari joystick, so we're getting close. And you just watch these people just camp out and look for this to happen. It's so cool. It's just like Baby Jessica. It's like they were digging out a little kid from a whale.
Let's see. In the chat, they say Atari Game Over is the title of the documentary.
When you talk to the guy that developed it and built the game, they gave him like 2 weeks to build that game.
Yeah.
Or something just like that. So they just talk about how it really isn't that bad. It's just one of those misnomers that just got out into like the ether of the collecting world that ET was a terrible game. But they're like, no, it's really not that bad. It just somehow something got out there that it was a shitty game and it just stayed with an attachment to that game. So
yeah,
it's almost like 90s comics. Everybody says 90 comics are shit, but we know it's not. You're just lying to yourself.
Yeah, Atari had, I think, a ton of games out there. I remember some of them were not even regulated. There was that one Custer's Revenge where there's like sexual assault in it. Custer's like sexually assaulting this Indian tied up on a pole.
I was like, man, just the name of that game, I thought it just sounded racist. But now it's
way out of control. Yeah, it was completely everything bad about society in a video game, and somehow it got published. I don't know that it got to be sold very much. I think that it got taken off shelves almost as soon as it got put on shelves. I'd actually like to know.
I want to see what that would look like in Atari graphics, like somebody like raping somebody. It would be just like one brick rubbing against another brick. Like that's all the graphics were for Atari, right? Yeah. Like is the game just a white dot shooting a bunch of red dots?
No, you can see Custer. Are you looking it up, Luis?
No, we've talked about this before, Jeff.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, we talked about this probably like a year ago.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
that's what that would look like because Atari graphics were just squares.
Yeah, he was super pixelated, but there was Custer and there was a pole with a maiden on it, and yeah.
It's like a stick figure. Yeah, I remember. They were just little bricks, and they would make a stick figure. So it'd be like one white stick figure shooting a bunch of red stick figures, and then something on what looks like a pole. It's gonna be funny. I almost want to look this up now.
Okay, look it up. Custer's Revenge, I think.
It's like finding out like Songs of the South is such a racist
right.
anime.
This is the songs of the South of video games. Exactly. Jesse say what? Yeah, it's usually on at 11 Central Time. I apologize. I have a fancy brunch to go to right at noon Eastern Time, so I had to start the show early. Sorry to wake everybody up early. Just show pictures of it?
It's a video. I'm watching a video of it. And yeah, you can see what's going on.
Yeah, it's bad.
Man, yeah, it's a little pixelated guy, a little pixelated dick going up against a pixelated big butt woman up against a pole.
It's completely wrong.
I'm sorry I was laughing at it, but not sorry. Not sorry.
Right. I get it.
I'm going to watch this all day now. The show has now hit the brakes, everyone.
Yeah. Hello from the UK. A couple of people from the UK here.
That's awesome.
Right on, man.
Yeah, thanks for supporting and watching. And subscribe. We're almost at that 2K. Almost at 2K.
Thank you, Tyler Blunt. Yeah, it's having coffee here in my diner booth.
You do have the perfect setup for a morning talk show.
Oh, yeah, Jesse say, well, yeah, that's right. I was on Jim Mint's show last night, dropping knowledge on people.
Nice.
Showing them what's up.
We have a viewer from the Netherlands. That's cool.
We'll get Jim Mint on one day.
Yeah, sure. Did you drop our name a lot?
Oh, yeah.
We get more subscribers from his huge fan base?
Yeah. I mean, he dropped it, too. Like, he was promoting this as well, so.
That's cool.
What are you guys reading this week? Anything in particular?
Wait. Sorry, Luis. But shout out to Tyler Trent, $2 super chat. Everyone wish just a happy 99th birthday.
It is not my 99th birthday. It's my friend that's 99. Tyler Trent. Why you?
Just don't say that. We're trying to get some birthday money out of this.
Oh, okay. Everybody chip in $2 for my 99th birthday. Right. You know what? I've kind of hit the wall on reading scary books. I've been reading so many scary books. I need to, I have enough for at least 3 videos now, and I'm getting pretty, I think I'm tired of it. I need some superhero to wash the horror out of my eyes.
Instead of eating cornflakes every day for like a month. Then you're like,
yeah.
You know what?
It's testing my patience now. I have one book that I need to finish, and then I think I may have to take a break. I will say I liked Baby Teeth. Baby Teeth is pretty good.
Oh, that's the one about the woman who gives birth to the Antichrist, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Huh. They're predicting my ex's future child. Jess, I saw a movie this week.
What did you see? Venom?
Of 84.
What'd you see?
Summer of 84.
Was it scary?
It's more of a thriller, but it involves a serial killer.
Ah, Summer of 84. I'm not familiar with it.
It's really good. It's
based on a true story or something?
No. It's kind of your and now the 80s is like coming back in a hard way in terms of film and TV and stuff like that, to the point where I think it's getting a bit overdone. You know, you've got your Stranger Things, your It, and everything. But it takes basically the same premise, and it centers around this group of kids who they just started summer, and it's 1984. So, you know, you get your classic synthesizer soundtrack and everything. And the kids, they're hanging out, they're having a good time. They're just going through, you know, that teenage phase where they're starting to kind of come into their own. And they discover that there's a serial killer in their town. The serial killer, the kids start kind of looking into it, and they realize, oh shit, we think it's this guy that lives right down the road from our house, and he's a cop. So it goes kind of like back and forth. Is this guy a serial killer? Is he not? Some of the kids get picked off in the film. It's a really good movie. It's a very, very good movie for this time of year, Halloween, and it had an ending that it was very kind of fucked up. It was a pretty fucked up ending, and it leaves it open for a lot of kind of future films. I kind of would, it's not as good, but I would kind of liken this more to like Halloween. So in that vein where it's not too bloody, but the threats are there, and it sets itself up really well for a franchise.
Actually, Stephen Moore's bringing up a movie that I want to see, but I still haven't seen. Split.
Oh, it's good.
Split's excellent.
Yeah.
Is it? Okay.
That's like my favorite movie of last year.
Oh, okay. It's starring Professor X, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's in it, and the next one comes out next year, Glass.
Oh yeah, that's about Mr. Glass from Unbreakable.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Ooh, I like that movie.
But make sure you see Split before you see Glass.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like, please, don't. You'll totally mess yourself up if you see it the other way around.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. In fact, don't watch anything. Don't even think about Glass. Don't even like watch the previews or anything like that.
Yeah, stay away from the previews of Glass and just watch Split first.
Okay. Good. I'm glad I have you guys.
I remember I was in a theater watching Split, and then the after the credits scene pops off, and I think I was the only one that like connected it all together and went, "Oh shit!" when like that big reveal happens, and there's like a group of teenagers. They were probably way too young to actually see the thing that ties into that. And they looked at me like, "What's wrong?"
God, it's such a good movie, man. Fuck, I want to watch that now.
The first one?
Well, like
which one?
Split.
Oh. Yeah, Split.
Yeah. No, it's great. That was a great movie, and not just that, but I think that was like the first good M. Night Shyamalan movie since like the early aughts.
Yeah,
like he hit rock bottom for a while.
Yeah, I heard some of them was very good.
I used to love all of his work, and then he started doing like, what was that one about the plants? That's kind of when
The Happening.
When you started The Happening. That's when you started seeing like the writing was on the walls at that point.
Where Mark Wahlberg talks to a plant for like 2 minutes.
Oh, Jesus fuck, dude. Not just that, but usually like those movies are supposed to have like a really good twist that you don't really expect, and that's what those movies are really about. And that's the kind of feeling you get when you watch his films. But that one, they gave it away in the middle of the movie, and you're like, oh, it's the plants killing everybody? This crazy psycho said that? He's stupid, man. This is the dumbest idea ever. And then that ends up being what really happened. And you're like, fuck, the plants? It was the plants? Jesus. Well, that was God.
That's kind of what I like.
Hand job there.
That's kind of what I like about what Blumhouse is doing. Those Blumhouse films that are coming out, they're taking these directors that they kind of have been spit out and chewed out by like the mainstream media and like movie corporations and stuff like that. And James Blunn, who's the head of Blumhouse, he's like, all right, I'm going to give you $10 million. Go make your movie. Like, I'm not going to interfere in it. Go make your fucking film. If it's good, great. If it makes money, great. If not, then it's on you. And that's how we've gotten the resurrection of guys like James Wan, who's going to do Aquaman now. Guys like M. Night Shyamalan, who's been on a roll lately. He's really taking up Scott Derrickson, who ended up directing Doctor Strange, and he did Sinister and all this other stuff. He's really taken a lot of these guys and he's given them new life. Yeah.
They're also the production company behind the Spawn movie too.
Yeah.
Speaking of directors who were spit out by other media, totally Tom McFarlane fits in that too.
I expect the next one's probably going to be the guy that just did Venom.
He did something else. Fuck.
No,
he did.
They're gonna do a sequel of Venom.
That was like a popular movie.
Venom did really well at the box office. I still haven't seen it.
Dude, it did like $200 million worldwide at first.
It's made its budget.
First week.
It's already made its budget now.
Yeah.
I'm going to see it this week. I think Wednesday I'm seeing it.
I need to sit down and watch that crap. Yeah.
What, Venom?
Yeah. Do you guys prefer watching TV shows weekly or binge watching, and why? I like binge watching.
I don't know. Yeah, I usually don't watch a show weekly. I tape it and then watch it like a couple days in a row. Like Legion, which I haven't done yet for season 2.
I don't think I watched a TV show like episode by episode, like weekly, since fucking TiVo first came out.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
ever since then, it's always been like, oh, I'll just watch it whenever I want. Oh, I got really busy these last couple of weeks. Oh, I got 4 episodes I could watch in a row.
The only show recently that I've done that with is Game of Thrones. Because if you don't catch it that fucking night,
it gets spoiled.
Spoilers all over the internet.
Yeah. I think I was that way with Legion last year, Luis. I think you and I were so into it. We were watching every single episode every week and then getting on here and talking about it.
No, we fell behind on Legion for a while.
Oh, I still have the whole season to watch.
I need to watch season 2.
And now football season's here, so my weekends are killed.
Wait. We're just doing this guy's homework for him. That's all that was.
What's that?
Jake, the one who asked us about our TV show watching preferences.
Oh, trying to get some help on my dissertation.
Yeah, that's right. He has like a 10,000 word dissertation. Like he's working.
Well, let me help you here. You can quote Omnidog. I prefer not waiting. I prefer to tape them all and then watch them at my leisure because 1, I can zip through commercials if I have to, and 2, I don't lose the thread from the previous week because these TV shows now are like comic books. They all end like you got to watch them all in a row, just like you got to read a comic book in a collected edition all in a row. And of course, we all know my memory's so bad that I won't remember what happened last week in a TV show, so I got to keep watching.
Jake asks, Lewis, is that because Game of Thrones is the only show worth watching live? Do you mind having other shows spoiled so much? No. Just as a general premise, I don't have the luxury sometimes of watching everything live as it happens because I'm so busy with other things going on in my life that I just prefer to kind of binge watch when I get like a Sunday afternoon off or something like that, and me and my girl, we could sit down and we could watch like a whole bunch of stuff. Do I mind having things spoiled? Yes. Yeah, I don't care for huge spoilers for things like that.
But I would say this though. I would think Game of Thrones is one of the only shows out there to really watch like week to week, just because not only the spoilers, but I think it's just that good of a show that it has stuff that happens and consequences do occur. Not since really like Walking Dead has it been like, no, don't even say a fucking word about this show. I haven't seen it yet. Don't say anything. I don't care. Yeah. But if somebody tells me, on Parks and Rec, Andy did something stupid, ha ha ha, it was really funny, I go, okay, well, I figure. Or Arrow's the mayor now, or he's in prison, or whatever the crazy stuff going on there. That really doesn't. I don't think it hits hard or is really that important as it is to something like Walking Dead when somebody dies, or Game of Thrones when somebody dies, or even Westworld. The first season was like that for me. I was like, don't say shit. Like I haven't watched it yet. Like don't tell me anything, because those are big shows that actually has real storytelling involved, and you get that hooked. It's almost like Lost. So you had stuff like Lost, Walking Dead, Westworld, and now Game of Thrones. Well, that together. The shows haven't been like that in a while.
Walking Dead was like that for probably the first 2 or 3 seasons, and now it's become so like marketed based, and it's such a big part of AMC's machine and the industry and how much shit they can sell. The thing is with Walking Dead, it's become so predictable. Like they're not going to kill Daryl. Right. Like they're not going to kill Norman Reedus' character, no matter how much fucking danger you put him in. In fact, they're probably going to make him this head of the show next season if all rumors are to be true. And Rick Grimes, the only reason why is because the only reason why that he's going to be off the show, whether they kill him or he just goes off or whatever, this season is because Andrew Lincoln doesn't want to fucking do it anymore, and his contract expires. He's like, I don't want to do this shit anymore.
He's typecast. So that guy might have just shot himself in the foot. He's always going to be known as Rick Grimes.
Andrew Lincoln?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
did you go back and watch what's that movie called? Love Actually or whatever? You're like, oh, hey, look, it's Rick Grimes. Even though he did that before. Like, he's always going to be known as that character. And now maybe he's like, you know what? Maybe I get to shave.
Yeah.
Maybe he wants to shave.
And the thing is with that is that they played it safe, and I really believe that whole situation with Glenn a few seasons back has fucked them over, and they still have not recovered from that.
You think they did that too far?
The dumpster thing was what broke a lot of fans, and then they bring him back, and they're like, okay, fuck it. This show, like, they're really
off the rails.
Yeah, it's off the rails. There's really no consequences anymore, and the ratings have dipped. The ratings, it still does good ratings, but it is not what it used to be, where it was competing with Sunday Night Football in its prime. Mm-hmm. Like, it was getting as good or better ratings than some of the Sunday Night Football games.
I mean, I remember there was years where people would watch that over like the political debates that were going on at the time.
Have you seen
that got better ratings?
Luis, have you seen Apostle on Netflix?
I have not even heard of that.
Oh, okay.
Well, yeah, but with Walking Dead, there was this collective unspoken rule that you cannot talk about The Walking Dead if somebody who hasn't watched it yet. Like, there was just this total group agreement with that, which is really crazy. Yeah. And like I said, there's not that many shows that do that anymore.
I give Walking Dead probably another 3 or 4 seasons.
I don't think it's long.
That many?
I think they will ride it into the ground. Norman Reedus is they're gonna ride that shit into the ground. And Norman Reedus is still really popular enough that I think he might be able to carry the show on his own. We'll see. And he's got, he's gonna be in Death Stranding, so he's really been on the come up in the last few years. And he brings a certain female audience with him. So I think the show will be able to hold out at least another 3 seasons.
Well, who knows, man? Because we know Andrew Lincoln's leaving. He's done. He's over with. But
or you know what? Or fuck it. Make Negan the center of the show. Like, replace Rick with Negan. Negan to me was always the more interesting character than Rick.
I've only seen season 1 of Walking Dead, so I don't know anything.
Yeah,
I know enough to know who Rick is.
Jess, you would like Walking Dead. You'd like the first 48 issues is prime good comics.
Yeah, that's what you've said.
Jess has never read Walking Dead?
No.
I never knew that.
I have not.
That's crazy.
Yeah. Yes, no, really. Like,
no, just because that's such a part of the culture now. Like,
yeah.
Even before the movie, the comic book community loved Walking Dead. Undoubtedly, 100%. That was a sweetheart book for many, many years in the comics community.
Oh yeah, yeah. Before the show even came out, everybody was talking about, have you read Walking Dead? Did you read Walking Dead's like one of the best things that's on the stands right now.
Don't talk to me about Walking Dead. I haven't read it yet. Like, there was that unspoken rule again.
Right. I just think it's gone on way too damn long.
It has. I mean, the book, I think it went on way too damn long, man.
Yeah.
I haven't read it in the longest time. I'm like, what? It's like at 175 issues or something like that. It's crazy. So
I dropped off after the time skip.
I didn't even get that far. I jumped off like somewhere like after the cannibals that happened, the ones that were eating them. It was like issued like somewhere in the 70s or the 80s is when I stopped reading that book. That's about the time the show hit, and I just sold everything because everybody was buying those books for stupid prices back then.
Yeah, Walking Dead 1 is a pricey book, right?
Yeah, we have 2 of them at the store.
It's not as pricey as it was when the show was at its peak. It's kind of a little bit, but
it's died a lot. It's on the collecting side of things. If people even care, get rid of your Walking Dead stuff now and put that towards something else. Like, it's dying now. It's going. I mean, that's if you were in the mindset of scalping those to begin with, and you think you're going to hold out longer. Don't hold out longer. Now is the time. The show's dying. The books are dying. I mean, the number 1 at a 9.8 is like maybe $2,000 now. Maybe.
Yeah. And what was it at its peak?
Like 5.
Whoa.
Yeah, it was going for a lot at its peak.
It's huge. Yeah, like, it was probably like 4. It was getting close to 5 at one point for sure.
Wow.
So if somebody's out there thinking that I'm going to hoard these forever and that it hasn't hit the ceiling yet or whatever, now is your time. Here's comic book stock talk with Gabe.
Yeah.
Now's the time to dump those books and put it towards Spider-Man villain first appearances, that kind of stuff. Dude, now's your time to turn into a real comic book collector.
Mysterio.
And
Mysterio.
Now's the time to step up your game. Start buying Silver Age first appearances. Get rid of your Walking Deads. That ship has sailed.
I honestly think that Walking Dead could benefit from a shorter season. Just make it 8 episodes, 10 episodes. There's too much filler, and make it more central and focused. And you could have a damn great season with just 10 episodes. Game of Thrones does it. Westworld does it. All these great shows, they do 10-episode seasons, and it's more tight. It's more focused. I don't have the time to sit through a 16 to 18 episode season anymore. I just don't.
Well, Cycle Cleveland, if you don't like Walking Dead, suggest a different topic. Or I'll time you out for bringing up Andrew Shaw again.
Or just give it a minute. We'll switch gears in a second.
Yeah. We bounce around from subject to subject anyway.
What about the new Guardians lineup?
Oh, yeah. No, I haven't seen that. It's got a lot of people in it, right?
Yeah, it's like 11 is on that cover, but apparently they're supposed to be whittling it down to 6. I don't know if a bunch are dying or a bunch are getting hurt or disappeared in different dimensions.
Who's writing that?
Donnie Cates.
Oh,
well, I'm wondering after reading like Cosmic Ghost Rider how Silver Surfer ties in. Because you read the Thanos run, right?
Yeah. I did. Yeah.
Okay. You see what happens with that character and Silver Surfer and everything, and you're just like, how are they going to do that? So I'm curious.
Are we still not allowed to talk about Thanos?
Why can't we talk about Thanos?
I don't know. There's just Luis was really beating around the bush about details, so I thought that might have been like.
Dude, the past 2 weeks I've gotten chewed out for so much.
He's been shy now.
Yeah, dude. Somebody even tattled on us too.
God, I don't want to offend anybody. So. It's been crazy. It's been like
I'm not gonna get on it in the show, but that's not exactly why that guy got mad at you. It wasn't because of your beliefs.
I know.
Or anything, but
I know that's okay. We can talk about Thanos. It's been out. It's already been out in a paperback, so I think we can talk all we want about it.
Is there
spoilers?
Is there a? That's what I'm saying. Do we even need to get into spoilers and say spoilers, or could we just be like, hey, Gwen Stacy gets her neck broken? You know, are we allowed to start blurting out spoilers?
And I guarantee you somebody will be pissed out there that you said that.
I think somebody's mad that I told them Gwen Stacy died.
Somebody was mad at me because I posted in a video that Peter Parker dies in Ultimate Spider-Man in The Death of Peter Parker. The book is called The Death of Peter Parker. Like, oh, you ruined the book for me. It's called fucking Death of Peter Parker. It's called The Death of Spider-Man.
Superman dies in The Death of Superman?
Jesus.
Yeah. But yeah, so with the Guardians team, I don't know who they're going to window down. They're so powerful characters. Yeah. That's the most OP team ever. Like, ever. That thing is crazy.
Silver Surfer and Cosmic Ghost Rider alone.
Yeah.
They're in that lineup?
Yeah, Gladiator's in there. Adam Warlock is in there. Who else is it that's like big? Finis Vale from that other dimension. It's basically the Annihilators. Oh, so Beta Ray Bill.
Yeah.
It's basically the Annihilators mixed in with it's basically the Annihilators and Star-Lord and Groot for the most part.
The only people I think they'd be able to fight that would be close to the same level is probably like the Celestials or the Beyonders or something.
Yeah.
I haven't heard of the Made Men comic. Have you heard of Made Men?
No.
I haven't either.
No idea.
Stephen Moore, sorry, dude. None of us have heard of Made Men. Made Men. I wonder what it's about. Is it collected at all?
Anybody read Chilling Adventures of Sabrina?
The comic book?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was awful.
You hated that book.
I hated that book.
What did you think of the trailer for the new Sabrina show?
It was a little lighter than I wanted it to be.
Mm-hmm.
I wanted it to be much darker. I thought it was going to be darker.
Yeah. Wait, I'll be right back.
I still haven't seen it. I need to sit down and watch it. I want to watch a haunted house on Netflix. That looks good.
Oh, The Haunting of Hill House or something?
Yes, that's it. I want to sit down and watch it.
Yeah, I want to see that and Maniac on Netflix. So yeah, Sabrina was not a good book. I didn't dig it, the art or the story at all. Some people liked it though, so I can't pour root beer on it because some people liked it. The books I pour root beer on, nobody should like.
The books are, yeah, there you go. And somebody got mad because you poured root beer on it, but
oh yeah, a couple people did, saying books should never be destroyed, comparing it to like Fahrenheit 451, like I was censoring people. Like, dude, what?
Books should never be destroyed. Jesus, it's like the way they're talking. It's like you lit something on fire that was precious or something.
Yeah, like, and I'm advocating censorship of books.
No, it's just trash.
Right.
Have you guys read the new Brubaker Phillips book? My Heroes Have Always Been Junkies. I want to read that.
I do too.
Yeah, I was reading an interview with Brubaker where he talks about his mom was a junkie.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, there was an interview. I forgot where I read it. If I could find it again, I'll send it to you. He goes into detail about his past. Like, this book is very personal to him. Like, his mom was a junkie. He remembers going to AA meetings with, to not Alcoholics Anonymous, but he remembers going to like support meetings and stuff like that where everybody was smoking in the room and like there was coffee and stuff like that. And that they would talk about like being addicted to like really bad shit.
What up? Sorry. Update, everybody. My neighbor cleaned up all the shit in my yard.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's what happens when you get the fear of Gabe put into you.
Well, that's what happens when you actually talk to people. Because most these days, nobody talks to you. Nobody knows their neighbor anymore.
No. Oh no, I know my downstairs neighbor. Yeah, the downstairs and across from me. I think my downstairs, the one that's directly below me though, is into some illegal weird shit though.
Your neighbor does illegal weird shit?
I think the one that's directly below me, I don't trust that guy. He's a little weird.
Is he cooking up meth or something?
I don't know. He's never
weird.
He had
weird and illegal would be like making meth, but you're using baby parts.
Like he never has the blinds open in his house. And then one day when I walked downstairs, it was really early. He had the blinds open, and there's nothing in his house. It's completely empty.
Huh?
Yeah. So there's nothing in the living room. There's nothing in the kitchen. It's just empty. What a weird guy.
Clark Nato, don't be talking trash about AA. It saved my life.
My father went to AA.
And it doesn't have anything to do with Jesus. Relax.
Yeah, my father.
Relax.
I still remember taking my father to AA as a kid.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Yeah, I remember that. He stayed there for a bit. So was it AA or was it something else? No, it was for addiction.
Mm-hmm. Thoughts on James Gunn doing Suicide Squad? That's a good question.
I am down for that.
He might actually make it a good movie.
Yeah. I am all in for James Gunn Suicide Squad. That and sounds fucking awesome. It's kind of funny because it was like Marvel and Disney, they released him from his contract, and Warner Brothers was probably just waiting right there. We'll take him. Yeah, we'll take the guy that made you a shit ton of money.
And Dave Bautista apparently wants to follow him.
Yeah. Well, Bautista's been very vocal about how they've treated James Gunn to the point where I'm like, dude, you might get kicked off. Shut up.
I'm sure he's not worried about it. He could get fired tomorrow and just go back to wrestling.
Gunn, he's done with that stuff. Bautista's trying to make a name for himself in movies. He was great in Blade Runner for that little scene.
Yeah, no, that was great. He has some range.
Yeah.
Being a fucking former wrestler.
Yeah. He's proven to be somebody that he's got some chops with him.
Mm-hmm. It's funny. It's him and The Rock are like the only wrestlers that actually make it as like legitimate movie stars and actors.
Yeah.
I told you I saw Dave Bautista working out that one time at the Gold's Gym where I belong.
How big is he?
He's a large gentleman, and he did not want to be interrupted in his workout. My trainer was saying, check it out, Dave Bautista's over there. I'm like, oh, wow. And so I walked around and Batista like narrowed his eyes at me and I just kept moving on and looked down. I'm like, okay, I saw him. I don't need to see anymore. And then my trainer goes, yeah, I'd introduce you to him. I know him, but I was sleeping with his ex-wife and he doesn't like me. I'm like,
oh crap.
Oh,
wow.
Okay. Perfect storm of not going up to Dave Batista.
Awkward. Like, how do you go to the gym with a guy that was sleeping with your wife? Like,
I don't know. I don't know.
And the guy's a trainer and he's a fucking movie star. Like, what the hell was her problem?
Well, it was ex-wife. It was after they broke up.
Right. But that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't know. How do you go from a movie star to like a trainer? It's just kind of funny.
I could see Dave Batista being Bane.
He just did not want to be interrupted.
Yeah. No. Those guys are serious about their workouts.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he was quite large. He was very broad. He wasn't super tall. Well, he was kind of tall, if I recall correctly. This was a few years ago now, after the movie came out. And his wife was from around here, so I guess he lived here for a little bit.
That's funny. That's cool, though. Right on.
Yeah, so I'm sure he's a nice guy, but I didn't get the chance to go up and talk to him.
But yeah, he's a great actor. Like he's gonna be able to make some big waves pretty soon, I think. But I don't think I'm gonna want him as Bane. You know, we already did Bane. That's kind of over with and lame now.
Is he supposed to be Bane?
That's what people want him to be.
Yeah. They're saying if he does go over to DC or the Warner Brothers, then cast him as Bane. He could be better than that.
What would you cast him as, Gabe? The Mad Hatter?
Zatanna?
Mad Hatter. I'll be right.
I'd cast him as Zatanna.
As what?
Zatanna.
Zatanna? He's got the top hat and
the fishnets. Yes, sir.
I'm trying to think of a heavy he'd be good to play as.
I'd put him in just like a different role, like something that you wouldn't assume him as being like I don't know, like the Joker or Penguin or something like that. You know, I'd like to see him do something more that's a real acting job than just like, you know, I'm a big heavy, I'm the tough guy, you know, kind of role.
Speedy.
I gotta hop off here in about 3 minutes, so let me give it the IST plug real quick.
All right.
InStockTrades.com, where you can get up to 50% off your collected editions. Loyalty discounts add 2% to that. This is the last day of their 3% sale, where excuse me, they are tacking on 3% off onto everything, including current releases. OmniBros discount code in this quarter sometime coming up. Over $50 in the United States gets you free shipping. Fabulous service, fabulous packaging. That's InStockTrades.com. Someday I'll get it right without goofing up.
No worries. If people were saying John Cena as an actor too, I mean, yeah, I think he's doing good. I saw Cock Blockers. That was awesome. But yeah, he was really good in that. But the thing is, no one's going to cast him. So why are you going to cast somebody that you can't see? You can't see the guy, so why are you even cast him?
Cena's one of those guys, man, that he seems like he's a real chill dude in real life. He's done more, I think, Make-A-Wish visits than almost anybody else.
Oh, Who's this, John Cena?
Yeah.
Oh, really?
I forgot I think he's done more Make-A-Wish visits than anybody else. Like he does not. There is not a Make-A-Wish visit he will not do, basically.
Wow. Good for him. Well, there's a lull here, so we talked about a lot of different things: video games, Custer's Revenge, Walking Dead, John Cena. The chat's off on a tangent of its own. Yeah. I don't even think they're listening to us anymore.
They're saying John Cena's done 500.
500. Wow.
Wow. So, Luis, where can they find you on the interwebs?
You can find me at Comics Guide 101 on Facebook, Twitter, all that stuff.
And I am definitely going to today or tomorrow work on the Facebook charity post for the hamburger Harley Quinn bet.
Yes.
Power. It's gonna take like 2 seconds to do it.
Sorry.
What's that?
Tyler Trent, Power Girl.
Zatanna. Gabe, where can they find you?
You can find me here on the Omnibus Collectors Network Sundays and Mondays. Gabe Infinity Watch on Instagram and in the Omnibus Collectors Facebook group.
Do you want to give a plug for Torpedo Comics app? It's pretty cool. You have a lot of cool books on there for sale.
Yeah, so Torpedo has well, I'm thinking, should we say anything about that? Are we crossing lines?
We can promote our own things, can't we?
I don't. Either way. So
okay, well, if you're uncomfortable doing it, don't do it. If you'd rather post it in the Facebook group, yeah, I don't get it. I mean, I do get it. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think that's a problem, but if you're uncomfortable doing it, then yeah, don't. Post it on the Facebook group.
I don't want to take a chance right now.
Okay, good. I agree.
Yeah.
Okay.
But anyways, spoilers for the Hall tomorrow. I got my backstage passes for the System of a Down show this weekend.
Ooh, lucky you.
Yeah. And wait, isn't there somebody famous going to be backstage with you?
Well, besides the band?
You're going with Greg Capullo, right?
Greg Capullo is supposed to be there with us too. Yeah. Yeah, he's supposed to be, so we'll see what happens, but that'd be great if he was.
He's the ultimate headbanger, right?
I would love to get that dude on for
that guy loves his Black Label Society. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I would love to get that guy on for an interview.
Oh, yeah. Pitch the show to him tomorrow. And you can find me, Omnidog, on YouTube and Omnidog's Vault. And we're going to start promoting the big promotion for comic books for kids as soon as I remember to make the donation thingy. It only takes 2 seconds, and start promoting it. Maybe I can do it today after the football game. Okay, so thanks for watching Omnibros Live. We appreciate it. Subscribe if you can. Hit the notifications so you can get notified, the little bell when we're on the air, and please hit the like button. Thanks, everybody. Peace and love. Peace and love.
Bye.